Oh my gosh, the camera almost fell. The Nintendo Switch, one of my favorite systems Nintendo has made. It may honestly be my favorite system they've made. This thing has so many games. From Nintendo's side, from the third-party side, this thing has probably one of the best game libraries out there. And you wanna know one of the best things about the Switch? It's portable. And with it being portable, that brings so many possibilities of games that you could never imagine being portable on a Nintendo console. And you know what that means? That means a lot of third-party games. We're doing another top 10 third-party games video because for whatever reason, you guys love those videos to death. My first one is probably one of my top videos. It's got over 4,000 views. The second one is about to be at 1,000. It's been growing like crazy, both of those videos. So we're doing a third one because there's so many third-party releases for the Switch that I could do many of these. I'm not gonna like do them like all the time, probably like 2 top 10s like this a year. But anyways, let's get into the list. Coming in number 10 is a game that I am still trying to figure out what exactly the story is of this, as it's an incredibly unique and I don't know how to describe this game. It's just amazing when you jump into it. That's Blue Fire. This is a game I recently picked up a few months ago because I was looking through the Switch titles and I saw this game right here on GameStop. It was on sale for $25, and looking at the back of the game, it looked really crazy. So I went ahead and picked it up, and I'm still currently playing it right now. But this game's beautiful. It's an indie game, $25 indie game, with this being beautiful. Its story is something that I'm still figuring out. I'm guessing it's one of those games that you continue to play, you learn more about the story, and by the end of the game, you know the game's true purpose. And I like when games do that. I love when games do this. It is an explorer game, I guess is what you would call it. It is the kid version of Dark Souls. No, the game isn't that difficult. But it has a lot of puzzles within this world, and this world of Blue Fire seems like it's just so beautiful. This game is beautiful. I'm not even sure if this is like a Switch exclusive or not. I don't know much about this game. I don't even know how I found this, but look out for this game. This is a good game. This is number 10 on my list, Blue Fire, and I want to know if you guys pick up this after, like from this video specifically, come back to me. Let me know what you think about this game. If you're like me and you're wondering why Batman is not on the Nintendo Switch yet in terms of the Arkham series, fear not, because we do have a Batman game on the Switch. It's not the Arkham series. I still don't know what's happening with that. That would be amazing on the Switch. That should have been like one of the first games that Warner Brothers put on the Switch, especially with how Warner Brothers has been supporting the Switch. Why is the Batman Arkham games not on the Switch? Anyways, we got the Batman Telltale series. A lot of people are not realizing that Telltale is back, but that doesn't matter. This game is physically all on one cartridge. This is the physical copy, and I've been trying to tell people that I believe the physical copy of this game is going to end up being one of the rarest Switch games out there. With one of the main reasons being is that all the episodes of the Telltale series is on one cartridge. Not many Telltale games have that capability. Minecraft Story Mode on the Switch has all the episodes on one cartridge. Batman Telltale series surprisingly looks pretty well for the Switch. The frame rate is a little out there, but you gotta consider that Batman the Telltale series was one of the early Switch titles out there. And if you consider that, because the third parties, we didn't reach peak development of third party development with that in terms of reaching the Switch at its highest. I mean, we did get Doom the same year as the Switch came out, but I would say that probably 95% of the third-party games that came out at the time for first year of the Switch weren't that great in terms of porting. It wasn't bad, but it was nothing special. And this, at the time, this game was only on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and this was one of those PlayStation, Xbox, at the time, next-gen console games that ended up being on the Switch. Many thought that that wasn't possible for the Switch because of how weak it is. Batman Telltale series is amazing. You got the second season of the Telltale series actually on the Switch eShop only, unfortunately, but I am a fan of the Telltale series. I'm a big fan of the Arkham series, and having this on the Switch, I'm loving it since it feels my Arkham love, even though I really want the Arkham series. please get on that, Warner Brothers. But this is a great game that is perfect for your Nintendo Switch collection, and just from a storytelling experience, any Telltale game is amazing to have. This one, I'm 50-50 on this one, because I almost did not put this on the list. I almost didn't. Because if you have another console, I would highly recommend that you play it on there rather than the Nintendo Switch. But for what the game is, it's pretty incredible that this is on the Switch. And that game that I'm talking about is Ghost Runner. Like I said, the Switch version doesn't look graphically the best. I think it's one of those games that they sacrificed the graphics to have a good frame rate. This, the best way I can describe this is it is parkour. It's a parkour game where if you get hit, you have to start of like that current level, unless you get a checkpoint. And you get to fight villains, enemies, that type of stuff. It's pretty fun. It is actually really fun, a unique game that I have a lot of fun playing, and a lot of times you get this game for like less than 20 bucks. So for that type of experience, it's well worth it for under 20. But we go back into the Switch version of it not being graphically great, and then there's one big issue with the game, which it's not, if you get used to it, you can get used to it and outplay the game. But basically, the enemies can be hitting you, but you don't see them because of how the Switch is, how weak the system is. You can't see that enemy from all the way over there. So you're just getting magical bullets coming out of nowhere, and you can't see them because the Switch can't handle from that far away. There's a lot to consider, but it's honestly not a bad port. It's just, I think this is one of those games that probably shouldn't have came to the Switch, but it's also not a bad port. Like, you gotta accept it for what it is. Coming in number 7, wait, hold up. Before we proceed any further with the Nintendo Switch top 10 third-party games you should buy, hashtag number 3 Nintendo Switch guide video, we gotta talk. If you have not heard already, I have been streaming like crazy on a different platform, not YouTube. I'm getting a lot of questions where I've been streaming. I don't stream on YouTube anymore. We are on Twitch. We have been streaming twice a week. You gotta be there. We're right now doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke. We've been opening Pokemon cards on stream. We've been playing Nintendo Switch multiplayer games live with viewers. It's been a crazy experience. We just did a Layers of Fear playthrough. You guys gotta be there. Look at the description below. Follow me. It's MonadoMax TV on Twitch.com. Be on there. Follow. We just hit 75 followers. I haven't even done that well advertising. I want to see you there. Number 7. I really did not think I would ever have a game with a cover like this in my collection, let alone talking about it in a video. And let me just say that this is honestly, probably one of the craziest games I've ever played. I'm not going to try to go too deep into the spoilers. I'm actually not going to spoil anything at all. But this game is not what you think it is. And I understand why people recommended me this game. Coming in number 7 is Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, again, this is a crazy game. This is a crazy game. We actually streamed this before. We streamed the whole game. And that is probably one of the craziest games I have ever played. I can't believe what happened in that game. But anyways, that game goes on sale frequently also for 20 bucks. It is free on PC, I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong about that. But there is multiple ways of playing that game. There's nothing really special about the Switch port. It runs just as well as any other platform. It's just cool to have a game like that on the Switch. I don't know if you want to play that game portable, to be honest. That's a game you probably don't want to be around somebody and then they look on your screen and see that scene happen, because no. But it's a fun game, crazy experience. It's a short game. Look into it if you want to know what the game is. I have a lot of younger audiences that watch my videos, so don't look into that game about how dark that game is. The only reason why this game that I'm about to talk about is on the list is because I am craving for Left 4 Dead 2 on the Switch. I'm craving for a good Left 4 Dead game in general. A brand new game in the series. I mean, I, for one, wasn't actually I didn't mind Back 4 Blood. It's just nobody played it with me, so I was done with that game real fast. Anyways, Coming in number 6 is World War Z. This is basically Left 4 Dead for the Switch. This is a game that's on other platforms. I don't believe it's cross-platform, and that's probably the only real disappointing thing about this game, is that it's no cross-platform. But the World War Z has all of the DLC, I'm pretty sure, on the cartridge, if I do recall. So you have pretty much the complete game on here. It is a newer Switch release, so it goes for about 40 to 50 bucks. But if you can find a squad of people that has this game on their Switch, you are bound to have a lot of fun. It graphically looks a little rough on the edges of certain areas of the game, but it's pretty good port. I'm actually pretty impressed with it, especially with the amount of zombies that can come at you in this game. It's pretty incredible how well this runs on the Switch, and I would highly recommend this game. It all depends if you can find people to play with. If you're just having a single player fun journey, I wouldn't, not for 50 bucks. I wouldn't recommend it for 50 bucks for single player. If you can find this for 20 bucks, which I'm sure it will drop down to 20 eventually, I think it's well worth it for 20 for single player content. Coming in number 5 is Destroy All Humans. This game is really funny. I had a lot of fun playing this game. I never played the PlayStation 2 version, and this is a remake based off the first Destroy All Humans on the PlayStation 2, Xbox, all those consoles. It's on the PlayStation 4. It was out on the PlayStation 4 for a while, and then they brought this last year over to the Switch. And I was incredibly impressed with this port. Considering it's a remake, a lot of people didn't think this was actually going to come to the Switch, since this type of game is, the audience for it is targeted towards the Switch. At least I think it's going to be biggest on Switch at the time. If this game came out with all other platforms day one, the release for the Switch would have been the biggest release for it. A lot of people didn't think it was going to come to the Switch because of how graphically amazing it looked, because it looked really nice. It actually looks really nice. And while the game doesn't look as great as the other platforms, it still amazes me how well it actually looks. It looks beautiful. I will say that I have encountered some frame rate issues when it comes to this game, but overall, I don't care. The story, the dialogue, the gameplay kept me so interested in this game that I didn't pay attention to that frame rate. I had so much fun with this. The voice acting was great, and I'm actually meeting one of the voice actors in this game at Too Many Games later this month, so I'm pretty happy for that. And this game is also another cheaper third-party Switch port out there. It's a $40 game, but it will go on sale for 20 bucks every now and then, so definitely keep an eye on it. It is definitely worth $40. I would pay retail price for this game. I did pay it. I bought this day one. It was amazing. I had so much fun. Coming in number 4 is a game that I wish I played more of. One of the reasons why I didn't play more of it was because I got stuck. I needed help. I never received that help. And that game is Shin Megami Tensei 3. It came out on the Switch last year. I picked it up day one. I fell in love with this world. I don't know much about this world other than that, you know, one of my favorite games, Persona 5, is a spinoff of Shin Megami Tensei, and ever since I played that, I wanted to play Shin Megami Tensei. This was my first Shin Megami Tensei game, and I think I'm about 10 hours into the game. I had so much fun. This game is incredible. Bro, this game is awesome. I wish I had a chance to play more. I really did, but I couldn't get past that boss, so I gave up. But the world of this has you intrigued. How the game starts up, there's so many questions. You continue to play with more questions being thrown at you, with some answers being there. You have Dante from the Devil May Cry series in this game. The best part is, this game is like almost a 100-hour game. The Nintendo Switch is the best platform to play this game, because it runs great, it looks great, overall it looks beautiful. This game right here, perfect for the Switch because portability is going to be one of your key factors with this game, because you're going to be able to beat this faster than PlayStation 4 because that's going to be stuck at home. This portability, any game that's over 100 hours long should automatically be on the Switch. Buy this game, it goes on sale for 20 bucks again. Another amazing title that goes on sale frequently. Number 3 is probably one of the coolest creations to come out this year in terms of video games. Something that I don't think people thought was actually going to come out because of how long we had to wait for this game. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Star Wars is something I'm very passionate about. I'm sure it's something very passionate with you guys in the comments below. But one of the key things that brought me into Star Wars was the Lego Star Wars games. I played all the Lego Star Wars games. That's my introduction to the Star Wars series. Playing those, I had so much fun. I had so many fond memories. This being a game that has all 9 of the episodes of Star Wars into one game, and also having the first 6 episodes, the ones that I played before on other platforms with the Lego Star Wars games, this was such a incredibly unique idea. Pretty much remade with today's graphics, voice acting. Granted, it's not the actors from Star Wars, but I also accept that that's really expensive to get those guys into this. But we have all 9 episodes into one game in Lego form, all in one cartridge. You don't get games like this all the time. This is truly one of those special things. It looks beautiful on the Switch. Frame rates, I've honestly not run into any frame rate issues when it comes to Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, and I'm quite impressed with that. Because I felt like the Switch version was going to be kind of sidelined, but no, this game runs amazing. It looks amazing. Pick this up. It is a new release, so it's about a $60 game still, so keep that in mind. Number 2 is a game series that we need more on the Nintendo Switch, and I think we are going to get more eventually. That's the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So I'm sure everyone here watched the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard case, and you're like, you know what? After seeing that, I want to be a lawyer, attorney, judge, that type of stuff. Well, you can't be a judge in this game, but you want to be an attorney? Boom! This series got you, the Great Ace Attorney. Now, if you were to choose from this and the Ace Attorney trilogy, or the Phoenix Wright trilogy, whatever it's called on the Switch, I would definitely go with the Phoenix Wright trilogy. Those games are way better. But this is also a pretty unique game series. This game it's amazing. We never got these games over to America, what Great Ace Attorney is. It's given us, I believe, what was the first 2 Great Ace Attorney games in Japan was brought over here to the Switch for the first time forever. This game is fun. I don't want to go too much into spoilers, but the story is very interesting. Phoenix Wright Phoenix Wright trilogy is also amazing. Pick up both of these games. So this next game, gonna be completely honest, I think this game right here that I'm about to show you guys, in my honest opinion, is the best third-party port that was ever on the Switch so far. I was incredibly impressed with this one. I still can't believe they got this on the Switch. And that game that I'm talking about is Dying Light. This game came out last year on the Nintendo Switch. It was very unexpectedly announced. I was like, there is no way this is gonna look good. There is no way this is gonna run good. There is just no way this is gonna be like Outer Worlds 2.0. We got the game, I played it, I was blown away. Yes, there is a graphical difference. For portability, this is amazing. And it isn't like Witcher 3 where you're taking a massive sacrifice just to play that game portable. This looks great still. This runs great still. Play it on your handheld OLED screen and it looks beautiful. The world of Dying Light is amazing. I had not had the chance to play the second one, but being able to play the first one all over again on Nintendo Switch has been absolutely amazing. And I just still can't believe that this game right here is on the Switch. There's many games that I can't believe is on the Switch. Both of the Doom games, Doom Eternal, Dying Light, Witcher 3, if developers put the time, which you can tell that developers put in a lot of time for Dying Light to come to the Switch, same with Witcher 3. You can get your game running on the Switch, it just takes longer compared to other platforms. I feel like 90% of the games out there could run on the Switch, it's just people don't want to take the time to develop. Anyways guys, I have been talking for way too much. I want to know what you guys think of my list. If you guys haven't seen it already, check out our previous 2 lists. The thumbnails are going to be right here on my hands, of number 1, number 2 of our top 10 list of the third-party Switch games. Check out both. Let me know what you guys think, what I should have included in this list, what shouldn't be on this list. I want to know all of it in the comments down below. Make sure to backslash that subscribe button, like the video, check out the Twitch. Please check out the Twitch. I would love to see you guys there. Check out the Discord server. We're doing a lot more updates on when I'm streaming up there on the Discord server and Twitter. So if you want to know when I'm streaming, check out those platforms. Check out Twitter. Check out everything that's in the description below. Everything. Alright, see you guys in the next video. Peace. It's time that you get that money.